Hey guys, so I thought I would hop on here and just give you guys some tips and tricks regarding this packet that we just sent out. You should have gotten it via email, and some of you guys are picking them up either this morning or later today. So I thought I would just kind of do an overview so that you would understand and that clear up any confusion that you might have. Like I said in the email, this will be for 2 weeks. So, it is set up in a week format, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but you can do those things mostly twice. So I'll explain that as we go. So, alright, so this first page is just explaining, it says, Dear parents, this packet is set to help teach your child some different things each day. Some pages need to be reviewed every day, and the rest has certain topics to complete each day. Please email your teacher if you have specific questions. So, some of the pages will be every day and some won't. So on this first page, week 1, it says review all letters and sounds. Most of you guys have been doing that in some capacity. So, that can be letters and sounds on a YouTube video. That can be letters and sounds, writing, any kind of letters that you can make or that you have at home. Review sight words. Those are, I sent them at the beginning of the year. Also, they have, if you have any of the newsletters, they have the sight words on them. The most recent one will have all the words we've learned so far. Blending practice. So when it says blending practice, and the letters are in here too, if you don't have them, and sight words. Letters, sight words. Blending practice. So this might be a little new for y'all. So on this page, this is actually part of our blending book in Super Kids. So it's part of our curriculum. I know it's backwards, but I'm still going to kind of explain to you what I mean by blending, okay? So this word is van, but what you would do is they're used to it. You can tell them to use their blending arm. So they put their arm out and they say van, and then that's correct. Also, some of them might point. So van, vet, vast. Now, if your child can read without blending, you don't have to make them blend. That means they're blending already in their head. But if they're having trouble and they don't just say van when they see that, then they need to do the blending practice. And if you do this page, all of it every day, it's really going to help them to do better. Next is we have a reading passage. Okay, so once again, this may or may not be exactly at their reading level. So if they're getting stuck on some words, you can help them out, help them remember how to blend, or if it's a sight word, they should probably know it by now. You can review, you'll see what they know and don't know by looking at this. So make sure they use their finger when they're reading, practice tracking. The dog has a green ball. Her ball went down the hill. Did you see it go down the hill too? So work on that, talk about punctuation. If you want something extra to do, they can write a story. And so do that passage every day. You can also do books that you already have, like that I've sent home, or books you have at home. All right, and then count to 100 different ways. So this is, you can do one of two things with this. I sent in an email all of these links, so you don't have to type in this crazy long thing. So if you want to do the videos and you have access to that, you can do that. If you do not, you can do them this way and do one every day. Now, it has Monday through Friday. The second week, just pick and choose which one you want to do which day. So count 100 standing on one foot. There is a video of counting 100 if you would want to do that video instead of counting to 100 standing on one foot, depending on what you have access to. Use your hundreds chart to count by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. They should know how to do that. We've done that a lot in class. Count to 100 jumping up and down. Use your chart to count backwards from 20 while flossing. That one might merit a video because it's hilarious. Use your chart to count by fives while stretching from side to side. I will say that's the one we've done the least. So you might want to watch that video or give them some kind of instruction. It's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So use that 100 chart to help you out. That is what you're doing every single day. So those things you can just repeat all the days, both weeks. All right, so the next part is the stuff that's daily. So you have this ice cream paper. They're really used to it. Yours is probably black and white, unless you print it at home and it's color. The ice cream ones are called strawberry vanilla chocolate. That's what they know them as. And they're going to practice upper and lowercase w. And so what I would do is, if they're not doing it correctly, maybe do one upper and one lower and let them trace it and then do the rest of the line. But save space so that you can do this week too. So upper and lowercase w, write sidewards 3 times each, and practice writing these 2 sentences. So that has 2 sentences for each of you, and have your child sound out and spell the following words. Now, if you fill up this whole page week 1, what you could do is just have them write on a different sheet of paper or have them trace what they already wrote the second week, if that makes sense. So then they're still having to practice and read and all those things. So that's one of the things for Monday. As far as activities, do what you have time for. If all of that took you enough time, you may not need to do this week 1. But if you have time, you can do it week 1. If you don't, do week 2. This is just W's, so it tells you to cut the pictures apart and glue them on the wagon pictures whose name begins with the sound and heard at the beginning of the word. So if you look right here, window starts with the sound W, so we would put a window in there. Rabbit starts with that's not there, so we don't want to put it in the wagon, we want to put it outside. If you don't have access to glue, stick, and scissors, you can just draw the pictures in here or write the words in here that go with it. Make sure they wrote their name up the top. Math. Okay, this is 10 Town. If you want to split it up, they can do this part week 1, this part week 2. It's super flexible, up to you guys. 10 Town is making 10. So it gives you one number, and they have to count the rest to figure out what number would make 10. So in this one, they have 3, so they would count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 7 more to make 10, so they put 7 right there. And they can color it if they want to. Find the number that makes 10. Now on this one, it already has 10, so how many more do you need? 0. So you put 0. That's 10 Town. All right, needs and wants. We've talked about this, so they should understand needs and wants. Something you must have to live, something you would like to have. Just have them either write words or draw pictures for needs and wants. And they can cut and paste these for ideas if they would like to use those ideas. So, use those for needs and wants. That's day 1. Like I said, you can split it up between weeks. You don't have to do everything in that day. The second day has the same thing. Lowercase and uppercase W, sight words, and sentences, and spell and sound out words. Same thing. This one is a writing activity. They can draw a picture, write about a time you were excited. If it's a sight word, I tell them it has to be spelled right. If it's not a sight word, let them inventively spell. It's hard as an adult to let them do that, but they feel empowered when you let them inventively spell. What I mean by that is if they want to write something long that they don't know how to spell, they sound it out and write the sounds they hear. They might not hear all the sounds that are in the word. They might not hear all those letters. But if you could sound it out and read it, that's good. That's kindergarten skill, inventive spelling. Okay? So sight words, spell right. Other ones don't have to be spelled correctly. You can go back and tell them the right spelling after, but I would let them try to spell it themselves. All right. Math, it's just showing you fingers, and they write the number it goes with. 5, 5, 10. 2 plus 2, 4. They count the fingers. 0 plus 0, 0. Self-explanatory. This is similar to what we did before, except it's pretend you're going into space. What do you want? What would you need? So you write, draw what you would need, draw what you would want. You can write the words to go with it. All right, moving on to the next page. The same thing, ice cream paper. You're gonna do upper and lowercase w. You're gonna do sight words. You're gonna do sentence and spell out and sound out words. Same thing. Project of the week, Clutter W Craft. Now, there's lots of options for this. It says they can cut out the letter W from computer paper or construction paper and decorate it with themed drawings that start with the letter W. So, if you have something like a magazine or something, you could find pictures, you could use that. Or they can just draw things that start with W. Just make a W on paper, even on the back of this paper or something, and fill it with things that start with W. Watermelon. You could even do weather, spider webs, something like that. Make it your own. I want to see these cool projects and see what you come up with. Like I said, this can take you 2 weeks, so don't rush through it. All right, subtract from 5. This is going to need cut and paste. If you can't cut and paste, you can always just write the equation up here. It's fine. So you're starting with 5 each time. 5 minus how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 minus 4 equals 1. So you're going to find 5 minus 4 equals 1. Put it right there to go with it. All right, this one. It's wants and needs. Color the wants blue. Color the needs green. Obviously, we need the sun, right? So we would color that green. And we want a bicycle. So we would color that blue. If there are disagreements between you and your child between wants and needs, great time for a conversation about what you really need and what you really want. So, there you go. All right, trying to go semi-fast so this video isn't 5 hours long, but I want to give you as much information as I can. All right, same thing. Ice cream paper. This is Thursday. Write upper lowercase w, sight words, sentence, and spell and sound out words on this paper. You can do this week 1 or 2 or split it up. This one is write, your child needs to write the letter V or F for the beginning sound of each picture. So they're going to decide. So vest, vest. Ask them, what do you hear at the beginning of vest? If they hear V, what letter makes that sound? V. Okay, then you're going to write a V. Try not to tell them. Try to let them figure it out. And then trace the rest of the word. Fan. I hear F at the beginning of fan. Okay, what letter makes the F sound? F. Okay, write F. Then finish tracing that word. Make sure they write their name up there. Pizza addition. So you're a chef, draw the toppings and together to create a perfect pizza. Okay, so they're gonna draw on this 2 pepperonis and 4 mushrooms and decide how many toppings they have all together. So they would put 2 and 4. Draw 2 pepperonis, draw 4 mushrooms, add them together. How many toppings do you have for each one? All right, needs and wants with magazines and mailers. If you have magazines and mailers at your house, you can cut out pictures and have them put them on something for needs and wants. If you don't have mailers and magazines, they can draw pictures of things they need and want. It's super flexible based on what you can do at home. Once again, you have 2 weeks to do this. All right, and we're on Friday. Okay, so again, upper and lowercase w, sentences, sight words, and spell and sound out words for this. Second week, do it again or trace it. Literacy walk. Okay, find something that rhymes with B. Okay, I see a tree. Oh, look, I found something that rhymes with B. Okay, find an object that begins with the K sound. K, Coke. Oh, my mom has a Coke. That starts with a K sound. Check that off. This is fun. You can be interactive. It gives you an example on each one if you're confused as to what they're actually looking for, and that will be fun for y'all to do. This is exit out, so draw X's to take away and write the difference. So this one doesn't X out for them, they have to do it. So it gives you 7, and you're subtracting 1. Now the blank circle is the one that they cross out, so that helps them out. So have them cross out 1, and then count how many are left, and that's the answer. Another needs and wants chart. And you can cut and paste on this one. If they can't read the words, you can help them out because this is social studies. It can be good reading practice, but if they don't know the words, don't sweat it. Tell them what they are and ask them if it's a need or a want. All right, so hopefully that clears up any confusion. I don't know if you watched all the way to the end of this video, but if you did, go you. I am excited to see. You can post pictures on our picture thread of the things that you've done, or send me an email of pictures or videos of things that you've done from this packet. I hope that you guys enjoy it and that you have a fun couple of weeks.